Hey guys, ArchieLuxury live streaming channel. How are you people today? How's it going today? Monday night in America. It's Tuesday morning in Australia, and it's at 11 degrees. 11 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's 51.8 Fahrenheit. Yep, not exactly warm. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Indeed, what's going on, guys? It's 2022. We're in the new millennium. The new time has arrived. Time waits for no man. That's why we like watches. We like the watches because time waits for no man. We like to count it down and see how far we're progressing. See, this is the whisk watches. We like time waits for no man. Guys, I got to be totally honest with you. The ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. Okay? It is very difficult to survive in this YouTube space. YouTube itself there is not as friendly or easy as you think. And this is the first time that I've actually really had a pause on paid reviews. I don't know what the hell the problem is there, guys. It's a difficult market. It's really difficult market. It's not just a difficult market. It is outrageously difficult. And, you know, this is the way it is. It's difficult. It's not easy. It can be really tough. And this is the way the world is. And unfortunately, you know, what's happened with the watches is, see, we had a huge boom. Watches were flavor of the month. They were the topic. That's the hot topic. Watches, wristwatches. And I had a lot of crypto people and share market people they'd have a good day, then they'd come out here and they would support their pontiff. Unfortunately, um, as the market's gotten tougher, they've left. They've left. They have left because they don't want to be reminded. They don't want to be reminded of some of the mistakes they've made. Bondage and discipline. A great, loyal fan, loyal supporter. $5. I love you, Bondage and Discipline. Would you like to do a Bondage's Shitter paid review? I always support. Yes, please. Yes, please. I love my Bondage and Discipline man. Cool guy. He's got passionate about the hobby. He loves his watches. And, that's what I like. I like somebody who is not just a brand snob, who likes their watches. And he loves his Breitling, just like he loves his Zeitwerk. And, that's a pretty cool way to go on with this. And I've got to tell you guys, it's a tough gig. YouTube is tough now. What's happened is, guys, watches is no longer flavor of the month. I'm going to start a poll here. Do you think the watch hobby is losing? What did we say there? Do you think the watch hobby is losing investors? These are the investors. Yes, no, and thank God, yes. Okay, there we go. So we'll just put this out here as a poll. It's tough. See, what's happened is a lot of people don't want to be reminded of the mistakes they've made. Crypto, when people make easy money, they can be generous. They go to restaurants. They buy fancy cars. They do stupid things. Well, they do things that make them feel good. Unfortunately, when things tighten up, it's never easy to do. That's the way it is. That's the way it is, guys. It's tough. It's not easy. It's vicious. And I'm really sorry to say this to you, but the YouTube space, it's getting tough. A lot of lies out there. The biggest lie I've seen last week was the Richard Mille market hasn't been affected. Bullshit. Bullshit. Everything's been affected, especially very expensive, hyped watches. And Richard Mille, the Aquanaut, the Nautiluses, they're hyped, but Richard Mille also hyped for the super rich. I was never a big proponent of Richard Mille. Never really got into that sort of stuff. I'm more of a traditionalist. I'd much rather have a Lange than a Richard Mille. But, watches, what can I say? What can I say? It's hard. It's hard. What can I say? It is very tough. It's a tough gig. YouTube's tough. Everything is tough at the moment. And I don't think it's going to get easier. I don't really think it's going to get easier. I don't see it getting easier. It's tough. It's very tough. It's very tough. It's like a concrete boat. Maybe we shouldn't have made the thing out of bloody concrete. It might have been cheap. Here we go. Here's a good comment. Mario. Most people who jumped on the hype bandwagon did not make a quick profit. Then they cashed in and moved on to other things, flooding the market. Maybe. Maybe. I gotta tell you, prices have certainly started to come down a bit, which, you know, it is only a big problem. It's only a big problem if you lose money. Remember that. It's only a problem if you lose money. Bondage, it's so desperate to keep this bandwagon going. I read an unpaid comment. That is exactly it. Yes. Yeah. It's sad. It's very, very sad. The watch community, it is difficult. It's difficult to say the least. And I've got to be honest with you. A lot of people see when they're doing successful things, when they want to come out and say, hey, look how clever I am. Look how brilliant I am. Look how smart I am. Unfortunately, when things go wrong, it isn't so easy. It isn't so easy. And that's what happens. That's what happens. So I got to be honest with you. This is kind of what happens in this environment. See, when things are good, people like to come on and just let you know how great things are, how much money they've done, and they want to be cool about things. But when things are tough, whew, it's tough. It's a very, very tough market. And I'm not sure. I'm just undeleting a few people. There's a few people here. I don't know whether we should. Okay, I'm just gonna. I just removed a ban on a few people. And I've got to tell you guys, it's really vicious. This environment we in here, man, it's just tough. We got a good comment here from my good friend James. Showcase watches £9. Glad to see the flexes are dwindling in with the market correction. I'd rather be a financially comfortable guy living like a poor man instead of a poor man living like a rich one. Flex is not cool. Interesting comment there. Showcase. Yes, indeed. Very, very true comment. Glad to see the flexes are dwindling with the market correction. Yeah, the flexes. I'd rather be a financially comfortable guy living like a poor man instead of a poor man living like a rich one. Very profound words there and good sentiment. We've got my good friend Timely Behavior doing shit for free now. Timely Behavior, $3. What happened? We're desperate, Daniel. Absolutely desperate. That's what happened. It's difficult market. And I've got to be totally honest with you. Do I see it? I think we're in for a bit more bumpy. The market hasn't correct. This is To be honest with you, what I think you will find is going to happen, the super hyped stuff, the stuff that was selling for so many times retail, that's going to come down. Will it be under retail? Maybe not. But a lot of stuff that Rolexes that were guaranteed buys, they're going to be a lot. The funny thing is, the dealers, the ADs, they don't pass this new knowledge on. See, they're going to use and manipulate this so people will buy stuff and think, oh, I got my Rolex, but what they don't realize is on the secondary market, prices have fallen for that type of watch. You got to be careful. For example, the Deep Sea, the big monster. Do you really want that? The James Cameron. You got to be careful, because if you're using yesterday's logic, you think you've made a profit when in fact you've lost money. So you got to be so careful. And this is what happens as the market, it gets information. You got to be at the cutting edge. Otherwise, you'll make the wrong decision. You've got to make the right decision. Got to be careful. That's what I'm saying, guys. Yes. What can I say? It's tough. Yes. Yes. It's very tough. It's very tough. It ain't getting easy. It's getting harder. The economy's not good. It stinks. Here we go. Timely behavior, $3. Check out Co's. Just 1 minute there. Thank you. See you later. Check out Cove's website. Go watch shopping. You know what? Let's give it a shot. This is my friend Luxuria. Luxuria Watches in Sydney. He's now in the Queen Victoria building. And prices with dealers, I don't think you're going to see huge falls. You know, dealers, they shield this stuff. Try selling them something. That's the thing. We'll have a look. We got ABC on. Hello, ABC.
Hello, Archie. Hello, panel. Sorry, hello, audience, not panel. How is everyone?
Bell, $67 $2 AC. I just took a mega dump. Thank you so much. Bondage and Discipline, $10. George's Kern told me to stop buying Rolex. George's Kern told me to stop buying Rolex stainless steel and buy Breitling 6 months ago. He just said, trust me, no looking back. George's Kern. I don't know.
Breitling CEO, right?
Let's have a look here. Is that the Breitling CEO? Let's just have a look here. I want to show you something. This is in Australia, Luxuria watches. Look what's happening here. We got a 41 mil Datejust, smooth bezel, Jubilee, 17. See, that's still high in my opinion.
Yeah.
14.4 for a 39 mil. Shit, that's still high. Tokyo Speedy, 12 high. 45 for a V. That's a V's about 2008. That's nothing super cheap there.
I've
36
noticed.
mil Datejust,
I've noticed prices
11 and a
coming
half.
down.
There's
Prices
nothing.
are coming down in the UK finally. I've noticed 16.610s, they are below £8,000 now.
Look at this. Let me just show
16.570s
you
are
something.
below 7.
Look, this is
That's right.
Cove. He's got a Richard Mille, 275. I don't. That has been there for months. That's been there for months. He had it at over 300. This is Aussie dollars. It's been there for months. Just out of interest, this guy has also got a 6. This is the guy who works for Cove. He's got a 6006. That's like the one I had. Now, I
Yeah.
sold mine for 32 and a half. This guy is wanting 41 and a half. He had 45 on it. It's come down. No bites, no sale. So I think this watch here, to be completely honest with you, it's coming down in price. It is
Mm.
coming down. He's got a 5396, beautiful watch, 60 grand. Holy shit. I'll be completely frank and honest with you. I think these prices are not cheap. He's
Mm.
got a 5035 annual calendar 428. I think he's fucking dreaming on that price, to be completely frank with you. I don't see bargains here. But
Well, I've looked on eBay, and like I said, 16.610s on eBay UK are now below 8 grand, and 16.570 Polar are now there are some below 7. So prices are definitely coming down, and I reckon it's gonna stay. I think they're gonna carry on going down probably until end of the year.
I got to tell
What do
you
you
this.
think?
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, man.
I don't think it'll go
George's
completely.
Kern, he's the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Breitling. Yeah, I think Bundy's, just be careful with who you take advice from if they've got ulterior motives. If they've got ulterior motives, you need to be careful.
But Breitling have made quite a bold move with that new Super Ocean. I
They made a
wouldn't have
great
thought they
move.
would have gone.
I won a discount, but showcase watches, £1.80, no Rolex and no crypto. Why are you super chatting? What do you think,
Showcase. Hope you're
ABC?
doing well, man.
What's happening? What do you see is happening there? Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Roman Sheriff came out and said that, oh, by the way, look at this. This is that new Air King with Crown Guard, 17.3.
That's quite. How many pounds is that? Is it
Okay.
still 55 cents? So 55 pence is an Aussie dollar.
Okay. Good question.
I know neither is the official
998,
currency.
just under £10,000.
Yeah. Okay, it's a new watch. I kind of get that.
Okay.
Because at one point, Milgaus's black dial green glass, they were going for around about 8, just over 8. I think they peaked just over 10. But I don't know if they'll come back down to those
Can I
levels.
ask you something, ABC? What should I do if this is the end of my career? What do I do?
It's not. How's it the end of your career? Watches will still be. I think you've got to not reinvent yourself, but just add new
Can I tell you something
feathers to your
privately?
cap.
Privately,
No one's listening.
I've had a big stop of fucking paid reviews. They dried up. They dried up. They dried up. I got a few in this morning, but they were drying up. Okay, I'm like a late
So
50s
are you
woman. I'm
saying now
dried up
there's no
husk. I'm a
backlog of
dried
paid
up
reviews?
husk now. You know what
Are
can
you
I
saying
say?
there's no backlog?
No, not much of a backlog.
Well,
Tell me what I
folks,
should do.
now's your chance to get your paid reviews in. I
Look at
might
this. He's trying
also
to push
get
this
one.
Richard Mille. It fucking ain't moving. You know, Richard Mille,
Uh,
275, right? I'll put that into British pounds for you, right?
That's probably
That
what,
is
150 something?
155.
Yeah, okay.
That's a lot of money, sunshine.
Yeah, of course it is. You can still buy a house in
That's
some
a lot of
part of
money.
England
You
for that.
understand?
Yeah, that's a shed load of money.
Pavel. Here we go. We got one for Pavel. Pavel, thank you so much, Pavel. Pavel. Link for Mike the Snake. We want the snake. Get the snake on. Link for Mike the Snake. I got to tell you something. Cost of living pressure. What would I do if I had to get out of YouTube? What would I do? What do I do? Hello, Mike.
Hmm.
And magically I appear.
Hey, Mike.
Mike,
Good to see
these
you.
here we go. We got a super chat from J. Paul Badjois, $10. How does one get a paid review, Pontiff? Yes.
Good
This is
question.
from the Paul Pluta channel. Basically, PayPal US $50 to ArchieLuxury72 at gmail.com.
But how can they get a
PayPal.
fast track? How can they get a fast track review?
Everything is fast track because they come to the bottom of the barrel. We have very little reviews. I got a few coming out. It's been tough. It's been very, very difficult. Let me say that to you, okay? It's difficult. Showcase watches, £1 AD. Watches ain't paying currently, Arch. We need drama.
Look what I can do.
ABC.
Yes.
What is a middle-aged 50-year-old man who's been out of IT for 8 years? What do I do? What do I do? 50-year-old man, that's not good. 50 in IT is like being 62 in any other industry.
How about 55 and still don't know what I want to be when I grow up? That's what.
That's a good
That's
one,
me right
Mike.
here, buddy. um, Arch, I think this is just it's a slump. It's a low period. You got to just ride it
Yeah.
out. You're gonna just have to ride it out.
Yankee
Things will
Doodle,
improve.
$2. I'd rather wear a Seiko than any Richard Mille.
Oh, me too. Richard Milles are crazy. Those are those crazy fucking gangster watches. The fucking $1 million
Those
Yeah. Would you
kind of
prefer an Urwerk?
torno
Let
shape.
me ask you this, ABC. Urwerk or Richard Mille?
work, no contest.
You like Urwerk?
That's the kind of digitally Lange one, yeah? Is that
Yeah, or
right?
do you like MB&F?
I haven't seen much of their watches, but Lange, I think, are really, really nice watches.
Yes.
I think the Urwerk is, but it's quite chunky though because of the layers of the digits for the hours and minutes.
Loose
Super
2,
chat.
$5. Mike, please comment on impending drama between Stephen and you.
Who's Steven?
I don't even know who Stephen is.
I don't either. So, let me know and we'll create some drama or something. We'll make something out of it.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Uh,
ABC.
Arch,
I don't.
I think more watch talk.
Can I start my own motorcycle tour business, Mike?
Can you what?
Motorcycle.
I don't know. Motorcycle talk might be like car talk. The show's kind of about luxury. Um, but you know, I maybe branching off into like luxury suits, or luxury shoes, or other luxury items other than boxes and
How
bags.
about luxury hoarding?
Yeah, sure.
I've been
You know,
watching some videos on hoarding lately on YouTube. I tell you what, ABC, I've been a bit down. I was watching some videos on hoarders
man.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the UK. You got a lot of hoarders in the UK.
Yeah, there are
The
quite a
US
few.
too.
Yeah,
Do you
It's
think you are a hoarder?
I am a bit, but I've got a whip cracker to make sure I don't hoard too much.
uh,
What do you hoard exactly?
Bimoda Tessie
Oh,
HQ.
just bits
My
of
dream
crap
bike.
here and there. Maybe I just need to be more organized. I've got yeah, kind of boxes and things like that because I'm thinking if I need to sell something on eBay, I need a box to put it in.
I know! Bubble wrap.
Yeah,
It costs
exactly.
money.
Foam, bubble wrap,
I've
crap
even
like
gone
that.
because money's been tight. I keep my floss. I use my flossers a few times.
Hmm. So yeah, just that really. Yeah, nothing major.
Here we go. Here's a good comment from Bright Blue. Comment. Luxury suit advice from the guy who cuts his pants when they get holes.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like maybe we could get away from that.
Yeah.
I
I got to
don't
tell you what
know.
else is happening around the
I'm
traps. Tell me
shooting.
this. What else is happening around the traps? I want to know that.
I'm getting a new helmet tomorrow.
What sort of helmet are you getting?
An actual motorcycle helmet, and not
What
a race.
brand? What brand
Uh,
of helmet? Shoei?
probably a rye.
But what's a Shoei like?
Showy. It might be a showy. It depends on what fits. Really, I have a big head. I have a 3X size head, so I got to find a shop that
Cactus $2. Here's $2 so you can get more floss. Thank you.
I've got
Hey, look
got
who's
my car helmet
look
right
who's just
here.
joined.
You want to see my car helmet?
Sure. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Not so good. Watch market's crashed. All the flexes have gone.
Well,
But
everything's
look,
going crazy.
but at least the watches that you've got aren't the ones that will really, really tank.
Da-da-da-da.
That's what I think. That's the way I look at it. Hey,
think-
Speed Racer.
I think Mikey's having a flashback.
Anyways, those little strings on the back of my helmet are for the head, neck, and restraint device. It's called a Hans device. All race car drivers are required to wear them now. It's a
Is that
thing
Speaking
after
of
Dale-
race cars,
after
drivers,
Dale
look who
Earnhardt?
we've got here. We got the Goldberg. How are you? Very
Ladies and
quickly, I
gentlemen,
gotta
stupid chat.
grab these two super chats. Mike Hammer, $10. You actually gain weight while you work. When you lose weight while working, then you use words like tough and hard.
yeah.
You actually gain weight while you work. When
Depends
you
on the work.
lose weight while working, then you can use words like tough and hard.
I think he's saying you're sedentary.
Oops.
Yeah.
Hello, Goldberg. And we got one more. Showcase watches, £4.50. Type 1 if you want to see Mike the Snake and Loudmouth Tim on one-on-one show. I'd pay $100 for that all day long. My two favorite panelists. Yes, sir. What happened to Loudmouth Tim? I love Loudmouth Tim. We want you back. Mark, what's happening to you? Has the wristwatch world? What's happened to luxury dog training? Do you still have demand?
Wristwatch check. Actually, weirdly, I don't know why this is, but luxury dog training seems to perform better in times of stress and economic depression than at any other time. And I believe that is because rich people make more money in times of distress. When poor people are losing, rich people are making money and then they want to spend it. It's just a guess, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Doc, ladies and gentlemen, Doc, how are you, Doc?
I'm good there, trainer. How are you?
I'm glad to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you.
You know that you are one of my favorite people on this earth, just so you know.
Well, I appreciate hearing that. Actually, I was saying it to someone here, don't remember who it was now,
Mm.
that it's kind of nice to see you and Bear getting along as well as you are, as well as everyone else getting along these days.
Getting
It's kind of a
along.
nice
I mean,
change.
I think we're dating. I'm not 100% sure, but I think.
Well, you know, he references you and what's the Sandberg? What's the name of the older guy that does the watches? You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Bill Sanders.
Bill Sanders, yes.
Bill Sanders.
Well, he references both of you in terms of his habits with watches. One extreme is you, and one extreme is Sanders, and he's sort of a link between the two.
I think that the Bear and I might have misjudged one another. I drew the conclusion that he was a homophobic a-hole, and he drew the conclusion that I was an a-hole. And I think that we were both wrong and we were both right. He's an a-hole, but he's not a homophobic a-hole, and I'm an a-hole. So I think basically we kind of understand one another better than ever before.
Well, I'm going to say Bear is misunderstood. He's aggressive, but he's not an a-hole. He's just aggressive.
Yeah, and I think I've come to the same conclusion. Well, that and the obvious sexual tension between us. What do you guys think?
I can't speak about that part. I'm not even going to. I'm just going to say that he's misunderstood. People think he's an a-hole, and really he's just aggressive, and he draws his line and he stands there at the line.
I'll tell you what,
people don't do that.
A fabulous collection, number one, and number two, he has rationale behind his collection, which I myself kind of don't. I'm a bit of a random collector, and so if he were a serial killer, and if I were a serial killer, I would be the random guy leaving evidence behind, and he would be the organized type who has a much more planned system of attack.
Yeah, no, he's definitely calculated, and but he's more abrupt, more standoffish, if you want to. I don't know if that's the right term. He's just more straightforward and more kind of just.
I'm going to say it this way. I'm going to say he's more alpha.
Yeah, for sure.
And so some people don't like that.
Very opinionated, and yeah.
Well, in the gay world, two tops rarely get along, but we tend to fight over our bottoms, like Archie. How are you, Archie?
Hey, I'm fantastic there. What do you think? What's happening with the hype? What's happening with hypesters?
I think it's excellent. I think it's fantastic. I think it's high time that all these Johnny come.
Aren't you upset your collection's lost money? Aren't you upset?
No, it's Archie. This represents a buying opportunity. That's what. For the real watch connoisseur, this is nothing more than a buying opportunity. For the guys who hopped on 10 seconds ago, they get scared. But guys like me and Doc and you and Mike, we know that this represents a buying opportunity. Watches will always come back, and we were never in it for the money.
No.
Well, you're a little bit in it for the money.
I'm a little bit,
but not completely.
Money, but it's not the end of the world that my watches have gone back down to about what I paid for them.
When are the dealers? Tell me this. The dealers, they don't seem to understand this. They still think it's very hard. You can't walk into a Rolex AD and get steel stunners, can you?
Let me just specify what I meant there. I think most of us, not just you, trainer, but most of us, we want to be able to say we can get the money back if we needed to, and that's the beauty of Rolex. We could get the money back. We're not trying to double and triple and quadruple our money.
There you go. That's the point, because so many of these guys are the people. Listen, I remember when I first discovered ArchieLuxury, he was telling us, don't be a schmuck, don't buy new, buy used, because it's cheaper. And how the arithmetic has changed. Now buying new is cheaper than buying used. But
try to do that.
Right. Well, but listen, my channel is all about how to form the relationship with the AD. And believe it or not, It's difficult, but it can be done.
Oh no, I see
Hey,
it, I
just
see it
very
all day
quickly,
long.
ABC, $2. The show's warmed up. I'm out. Good night, people. That's
ABC.
ABC.
Sorry to
Our
see you go,
professional. He's a
ABC.
fluffer. He's our
You know,
professional fluffer.
ABC's a morning guy, but he made a point of staying up for the show until the
Oh,
rest of us showed up. Just so you know, that's ABC.
Thanks, ABC.
Bondage and discipline. Thank you, ABC. Yeah, ABC. We needed you. It was a tough start. Believe you me. Tell me this, Doc. In the world of
Yes, sir.
vintage, what's happening with vintage prices?
I think
Has
the vintage
been
prices
affected?
are remaining stable.
Yeah.
From what I can see,
Mm.
I think they've remained stable. You know, I'm happy with my recent purchases
They're
because
not
I
making
never
more of
I
it,
think
right,
I'm gonna
Doc?
start.
They're not making more of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start buying vintage. I think I'm gonna switch from uh, collecting. Trying to buy new and going for things that are unobtainable to collecting specific vintage watches
Well, you
that
know,
are
I'm happy to hear
obtainable.
you say that
Super chat.
because, shoot,
Yeah.
Wake up,
I'll-
Archie.
Showcase watches £4.50 when Bear gets on the blue pills again and Arch gets more financial support. I look forward to seeing how Bear and Drainer's relationship blossoms.
We're like
What do you think of that?
we're two alpha males fighting over the same beta soy, male. That's our
Tell me this, Marky.
So
what do
I'm
you think
happy
of
to
this
see-
new Breitling? I want to ask you this. I wanted to ask you this now that you're finally here. I
Can I-
really want to ask you this new exciting Breitling. What do you think of it? Because you are a Breitling man.
I
The
am.
new.
so
what
am
do you
I.
think? Tell me. Oh, you're a Breitling man too.
Breitling is actually the only watch that gets Doc, attention from the females at happy hour. Isn't that right, Doc?
Well, it's the most.
Which
The,
one
the
would you
super
pick?
ocean, the Super Ocean Heritage is quite an attention getter, but I think this new one that kind of has a tuxedo effect. Same deal.
Super chat.
MJT, I love you. MJT, $3. How is the Super Ocean Heritage 2 going, Doc? Still, now Doc has got the Heritage 1.
Yeah, I've got the one, which I love because
Not
it's got the aluminum bezel.
I got this.
Aluminum bezel.
I have the Super Ocean Heritage tribute to 1957 rainbow black bezel edition. Listen, here's how this goes. Okay, here's the rhythm of how this works. I don't like that watch that's on the screen right now, but by the time I see it another 1,500 times on Instagram, on Facebook, on Fratello watches, on Hodinky, I'm going to fall in love with it, and by then it'll be getting expensive. So that's the way this works. We are all influenced by social media. I don't like it, okay? But if you show it to me another 10,000 times, I'm going to start falling in love. That's how it goes.
I don't like it on rubber, but I don't like the Super Ocean Heritage on rubber. But on the mesh, I think I think it's a winner. And
I think it's a pretty sharp looking watch. I'm not a huge fan of the square secondhand.
Me
clock,
either.
but,
The square minute hand is like repulsive.
well, interesting because you both have Tudors.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
but that's a snowflake. It's a hand.
That's exactly it, Doc. I was going to say the same thing. How could they
Nah,
say
it's
that?
different. Let me tell
I
you
think
what.
I think it's kind of hypocrisy. Oh, I don't like this, but I like the Tudor.
It's
Here's
not
the
because
difference.
the one of the things I don't like about my Tudor is the very same thing. You don't have to like every last little aspect about the watch to
Exactly.
want to
That's
buy
the way it would be for this
you know
one
what?
for me.
My least favorite thing about my Pelagos is the snowflake hands.
I love the snowflake hands, and if you
I'd rather have the
And the
broad
square
arrow-
plots.
I'd rather have the broad arrow hands on
If you-
on my Pelagos.
But if you call up a Pelagos, guys, what you're going to see is, yes, there's a snowflake. There's a snowflake hand. However, the entire hand is loomed, and on this Breitling, only that big ugly square is loomed. So at night, all you're going to see is
that
a big
ugly square that you refer to? That's the
Yes.
basis of fashion and style. That's like a, remember when people used to use toothpicks? They used to use those
Is
at a
Clyde
party.
here?
You pick up a bit of sausage. You'd pick up a bit of sausage. Remember that? That you'd have a wiener stick. It's like a wiener stick.
Listen, I think my biggest problem with that minute hand is going to be at night when it's loomed and there's just like a square sitting there in the middle.
Would you loom it? Would you take it with loom or no loom?
Well, first of all, loom is the only reason to buy a watch at all. So if a watch has no loom, I won't own it. And that's why I don't own anything vintage and I don't own a dress watch. Because you know what? If it doesn't have loom, then it's not worth owning.
It's the reason to have a modern one.
Exactly. Anyway, the snowflake hand is a fully loomed hand. And it's on the hour hand, I think, not the minute hand. Loom is beautiful. I mean, do you not wake up with your prostate in the middle of the night, Archie? And don't you want to look at the time? You can't do that on any one of your 17 identical Pateks. You need a dive watch for that.
Thank God I haven't gotten that old yet.
We need
I don't know, Doc.
divers,
I feel
don't
like
we? Discount. We want a discount.
I'm not looking forward to not sleeping through the night.
Well, Doc, you're a vegetarian, Doc, but I still feel that your
that's true.
Must be at least the size of a
Hey,
plum, maybe
Mark,
an apricot.
Can you have dogs that are veg? Can you actually feed dogs a vegetarian diet, or that's?
Okay, so I want to say no. However, there's always there's an exception to every rule, and I have a friend who is a very militant vegetarian, and she calculated out a vegetarian diet for her Doberman, and he lived to 15 years of age, which is very old for a Doberman. So I guess
that's right.
No, correct.
You know what you're doing.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
They've done experiments. They reduce diets on every animal that we know of, and you lengthen the lifespan by reducing the calories of the diet.
Aren't most standard dog foods like dog chow and that made primarily of grains that have made into little chunks and then sprayed with a little bit of like beef juice and allowed to dry, and there's really no meat in them. There is no meat content in them.
No, you're partially right, but you're missing a big component, which is almost all of them. I mean, and by almost all of them, I mean 99.9% of them contain a healthy dose of meat protein in them.
Meat byproducts or whatever.
Whether it's beef byproducts, pork byproducts, chicken, etc.
I can go get my bag of dog food right now and look at the ingredients, and
meat byproducts. That's the stuff that ends up on the floor.
That's also true.
It says wheat.
Anyway.
Barley.
I mean, look, guys, we could spend hours on dog food, and if you really want to, I will. But I think
would you sell your own dog food, Mark? When are you releasing your own premium dog food?
The answer is no. However, I have a friend who does, and she's very brilliant. So if you people want the finest in dog food nutrition, go to
Would you eat dog food?
No, most of it is not human grade ingredients, by the way. But which is to say, it's not inspected by government inspectors looking for, healthy human lack of pathogens. So it's criminal what they're allowed to put in dog food. That being said, there is some dog food that is very healthy. It's a very difficult field to navigate, and we don't have time for it today. But we do have time for the super chat from Edda Trickster.
Edda Trickster, here we go. Edda Trickster, $2. BMW. Now, Mark, when are you getting your BMW?
Right after you read the super chat from MJT.
Hey,
MJT, $8. Arch, how much to run a Loudmouth Tim YouTube clip every day for a week as your intro? Hashtag let's get Loudmouth to 1,000 subscribers. Hey, man, I'd do that for $50. MJT, I'm desperate. Please PayPal, ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com.
ArchieLuxury
pay for tutors. My wife just told me I got to pay 2 tutors. Thursday tutor.
Tell me, how does Loudmouth Tim not have 1,000 subs when you've been promoting his channel since about 2017?
It depends on where he started.
And he even predates YouTube.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, I think he was on MySpace.
He had his own.
How much does it cost to run that for a week?
$100, $50,
Archie, will you
$100.
will you be running my intro or my outro anytime soon that I sent you?
When did you send that to me?
Oh my God, like 2 years ago. And you ran.
Oh yeah, the old one. I can.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean I can use it again? We're friends again.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. Now you're bumping into my intro.
You have an intro? I didn't know. Sorry.
Yes,
Doc.
he does too. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I love your intro. I love the way you did
use
things,
us both.
Mark. I'm so glad we're friends again. You know.
Me too.
You know.
I missed you.
Oh, MJT, get it done, big boy. You can start tomorrow with "I have too many napkins" vid.
How long is your intro there, Mark? I remember it being like 30 seconds.
Listen, whatever it is, Archie can run yours first. It's not a problem.
Well, mine is only, what is that thing? It's like a minute and a half at the most.
Let's be honest. Archie has nothing but time to kill on those videos.
Well, the intro is time for him setting up and all the other stuff. He actually likes his, he's got that intro with the 60s, I don't know what it is, 60s models and all that stuff. And that one runs like 2 or 3 minutes.
I'm just checking.
Well, you know why?
Because you know he hasn't done a video. How long has it been?
What it is the longer people tune into the video, the more the Google Ads pays. So if he can keep them, he makes 4 minutes of content and then wraps it around about 6 minutes of, like.
Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Yeah. You're talking about the intro to his watch reviews.
Correct.
I'm talking about the intro into his live streams.
I see.
Holy shit.
So the one that I made.
Tim's got nothing happening, has he? It's terrible.
I don't think the one that I made is appropriate for his watch reviews. I mean, I guess it could be, but I don't think
you know what I love
think
about
it's more appropriate for
Loudmouth Tim is doesn't matter how bad the ratings are, he still keeps making content.
You know, he's actually a little bit like Eric's guy, except for not quite as rich.
Eric's guy, who wants to talk about Eric? Entrepreneur is what I is, although I can't spell it.
Eric's guy is like Jed Clampett. I've said that from the very beginning. He's just doing it for kicks, doing it for fun. He does not care.
Well, you know what he did? He was shooting at some food and he come up with a bubble and crude.
Could be.
Holy shit. I can't believe it.
No one knows who Jed Clampett is that's listening right now.
Well, you know what? That's because they're young, but you you are in my age bracket ish.
Well, it helps that I've got older brothers and sister that are almost 20 years older than me, so I got to watch a lot of that stuff from the 60s.
Come on, man.
Of them.
Sing it with me, Doc. Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed.
He kept his family fed. Then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubble and crude.
All that is Texas tea.
Black gold Texas tea.
Super Chat.
Love that show.
Super Chat.
Actually, I didn't watch it much until it's on YouTube now.
Super Chat.
Holy shit. Loudmouth Tim. Let's go. Loudmouth Tim. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. We got super chats coming in. Holy shite. MJT. $8. Big boy. Don't forget, you still owe me the gold is better than steel vid. Gold is better. I will let you off the hook if you fulfill this request. 1 full week of Loudmouth Tim as the intro. Which Loudmouth Tim video did he want me to promote? Which one was it?
And which one is he talking? Is he talking about the intro to your watch reviews, or is he talking about the intros?
No, intro to the live stream, because that's where the money
to the live
is.
streams.
In the live stream. Yeah, that's where he wants. He didn't tell me which one he wanted me to
guys,
promote.
What's this one, guys? Especially you there, Doc.
That's with Cleaver. That's with Beaver. Cleaver. Leave it to Beaver.
Nope.
No, I don't think it's leave it to Beaver. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, that's Andy Griffith's show.
There you go.
Yes. And you know what? they also did one with Jar Jar Gabor. Remember Jar Jar did one too?
Okay.
No, that
yeah,
was
no,
Ava.
he's
That
right.
was Ava Gabor.
Oh yeah, it was Ava. It was Ava.
How can you tell the
Green
difference?
Acres
How do
is
you
the
tell the
place.
difference?
Green Acres.
She's
is
the
place.
attractive one.
It was Green Acres.
They were both pretty hot in the day, don't you think?
They both had luscious.
Well,
they were
of
twins.
the,
They were the same
no,
age.
they weren't twins. They weren't
Come on,
twins.
they were twins.
They weren't twins. I'm telling you, they weren't
Really?
twins. Ava was the attractive one.
Uh-huh. Well, they're both dead now.
Green Acres. Remember Green Acres? That's 1950s,
Yes.
isn't it? Or 1960s?
60s.
60s or 70s?
Well, at least
No,
60s.
it wasn't 70s. My God,
No?
the Green
How
Acre,
about-
they were growing wacky weed in the 70s. Come on, that wasn't.
How about Petticoat Junction, which I think Brisbane is just getting next year.
Petticoat Junction. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
That's another one. That's
Yeah.
another one.
They're at the junction, Petticoat Junction.
That's the one with the
like,
train on the tracks.
That's right. And how about this one? A 3-hour tour.
Oh yeah.
3
Gilligan's Island.
that was a great one.
What about,
Here we go.
Moving
Ah,
on
yes.
up?
That's the debate between Marianne and Ginger.
Well, it was really all about Professor, wasn't it?
Well,
MJT,
Marianne,
$8.
Marianne,
Enjoy,
the
punters.
hot
You owe
one.
me. I'll be back in a week, Arch. Going on holiday. Start with Loudmouth Tim. I have too many napkins. I'm gonna write that down.
Sanitary.
Marianne was the hot one on Gilligan's Island. She was just too much.
I'm going to agree with you on that.
Oh yeah, I mean, even though Zsa Zsa Gabor or whatever her name was supposed to be the movie, Ava Gabor was supposed to be the movie.
No,
star.
Ginger.
Ginger, yeah. She had nothing on Marianne. Marianne was just.
Oh yeah, F Troop. That was a good one.
I enjoy reading about that
Crazy.
stuff. And
Wear those little shirts.
it turns out the Ginger character, I forget her name, but she thought the show was going to be about her when she agreed to do it.
Yes, and then they said to her, "Hey, it's got Gilligan in that. Your name's not even in the title."
It's funny.
Richard Sose, $20. My grandfather in Hungary, as a young man, accidentally knocked on Zaza's door. Her ugly father opened the door, and my grandfather struck by the comparative beauty of Zaza as she cooed out, asking who was at the door.
Come and knock on my door.
Oh, they were both beautiful.
Three's Company. Come and knock on my door.
He died.
That's-
You know that?
Those two big things.
He
coming out,
died of
one of them.
Mike, those
dissecting aorta.
Tell us, Doc. Tell us all. Could you have fixed that? Could you have fixed the subluxation that caused that?
I could have done a manipulation and it probably would have been a lot better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
50-50 on whether he would have stayed in the morgue or not. I might have gotten him out for a Costco sale.
Hey, how's the price of gas at your Costco lately?
You know, it's about the same as Safeway.
Coming down a little bit.
So it's kind of, it used to be that it was much, much cheaper than everybody else, but now things are crazy. So it's about the same as a Safeway, which is a grocery store, if you can believe that.
I had a Costco hot dog for dinner last night. It was so good.
They're like $1, right?
Yeah, the Costco hot dogs are by hands down just the best.
Do you want to know?
Oh.
I shouldn't say this, but you've eaten it already, so you're comfortable. That also has meat byproducts.
And nitrates.
Really?
Here we go. Link for bondage, for fike's sake. £1. Let's go. What's happening? Link. Love the Costco hot dog talk.
My
Everyone loves the hot.
He wants to come on and ruin the
Bondage can't ruin anything. He's a good guy.
You know, I haven't made a video in like a month. And the reason is I've been like editing my book like all day, every day when I'm not working. It's like such a pain in the patootie. Writing a book is like pooping out like I don't know, maybe
Hey, we got
brick?
bondage here. We got
A brick?
bondage here. Look who's here.
Hey, what's up?
What's
Hey,
going
guys.
on, man?
I'm here to
Hi,
have
Bondage.
my cocktail, and I'm here to ruin the vibe you have going.
I already drank mine. Mine was in the Negroni.
Mike.
You got there, Bondage.
Mark, how's it going?
What
Doc,
you got? What are you drinking?
How's it going there, Bondage?
it's going good. It's going good.
What are you drinking?
But I always drink Manhattans.
Nice.
Yeah.
That Manhattan is bourbon and what?
Bourbon and vermouth.
There you go. I drank vermouth today too because I had a Negroni.
There you go. You just substitute gin for the whiskey. Same thing.
There you
Gin is
Superjet.
what drink is vermouth and gin?
It's a Negroni.
With
No,
Campari.
vermouth and gin and an olive.
Siebers, 5 pounds. Evening, guys. Just wanted to tell you, I walked out of my AD with that green GMT in my hand today. Very happy boy. Didn't need to spend 200,000 either. Siebers.
Why am I the last guy on my block to get one? Bear got one. Siebers got one. I'm like, and here I am still waiting. Actually, Bear got 2 of them.
Well,
he
technically,
said.
he got 2,
Martini. That's right.
but he doesn't want that spread around. You know, he doesn't want
Or
he
a
doesn't want them to
spritzer.
find
It's a
out.
spritzer, Mike.
Bastards. Oh.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought he said
martini.
that.
Martini used to be my drink. Martini, and then I moved over to gin and tonics.
Not gin. Gin.
Why did you give up on martinis, Mike?
Well, a friend of mine used to have a kind of a weekly ritual. Every like Thursday, we'd get together for martini night, and for a couple of years we did martini night. And then I moved to Seattle, and I switched over to gin and tonics, and that's what I drink. I like the white alcohol.
Me too.
And I never really took much to the brown alcohol. It gave me too much of a hangover, and I wasn't much of a hard alcohol drinker, although I drank enough. Never really got too many hangovers though, because I never drank that much. I got to the point where I got tired, and then I kind of just faded out.
Wasn't James Bond into martinis before he got before he became a girl?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
shaken,
not stirred.
That's right.
Shaken, not stirred.
You know, the problem with a gin and tonic, which I do like, is it's a summer drink and it just doesn't work when it's cold out. Thus, the Negroni, which is still a gin drink.
What's a Negroni? What is a
A
Negroni?
Negroni is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 gin, sweet vermouth, Campari.
Campari. Yeah.
And what's Campari? Is that a sweet?
It's a sweet bitters.
It's a bitter orange liqueur.
Okay.
There you go.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't drank in fuck. I can't.
Listen.
tell you how
Here's the
long.
deal. It tastes exactly like NyQuil, except for when you get around to your second one, it becomes very delicious.
Yeah, sure. A lot of drinks are like that. A lot of beers are like that too.
Hey,
First
Arch.
sip is like, but after the first
Yes.
sip or two,
Arch, did you ever have a martini at the raffles and singers?
No. You know, when I went there, they were doing renovations. It was
Yeah.
terrible. They were having renovations, and
Yeah.
I wanted to have a Singapore sling that was invented at raffles.
Yeah.
Did you have lady drinks? Did you buy lady drinks?
I did. I ended up going. I got so frustrated. I ended up going to Marina Bay Sands at the top.
Mm.
You know that
Yeah.
55th floor or something, and
Superjet.
yeah. Dirk Diggler, $2. Mark, how many hot dogs can you fit in gullet?
Well, Dirk, if they're the size of you, like a gherkin, probably like all of them.
Hey, tell me this: are you coming to Australia? There is that is definitely happening. Bondage.
Yeah, no, I've got my tickets. Timmy's got his ticket. We're coming out.
We're all going to Brisbane as soon as you take off.
Yes, thank you.
Look,
No,
This is
I
Do
actually
you have a
need-
dog problem? Bondage? Do you have a dog problem? We can get some advice from Mark. I
No,
can call
my
him.
dogs are doing good right now, but I appreciate it. Yeah, but I do need Timmy to
Got a
send me the
raccoon problem,
itinerary
right?
so I can book hotels and the airfare in the
I thought
country.
he did that because he was.
No, he's too busy being retired.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he'll get back to me. You know, Timmy. You just gotta.
Timmy.
So.
Where's he
I think
gone
he's spending
today?
more
What's
time
Timmy?
with his roommate too.
Yeah,
What's
he might
Timmy-
actually be paying attention to his marriage. I don't
people
know.
change. People change. things change, times change. Things have changed a lot for me last month or two. I've backed way off on the streaming and got my bike. I'm getting out. I may have caught COVID just recently. I'm waiting
Ooh.
on my test. I'm testing tonight to find out. But my aunt came by to look at a table yesterday, and then called me later on and said, "Hey, I just tested positive for COVID. You might check yourself." So I got to wait a day or two to let it like sink in, because you can get a false negative if you test too early. But I'm feeling fine. So and she's
No, the most important thing is if you're not sick, remember you can also have false positives.
yeah. Well, either way, I'm feeling fine. So that's the best part.
Right.
And otherwise, I'm just kind of hunkered down at home. I might go for a motorcycle ride while I'm feeling great, but it's really hot out, so gotta wait till it cools off a little bit.
Well, best wishes, Mike. Don't fight with the COVID or the vaccines. So,
well, I've got my 2 and 1 booster, and people are urging me to get the 4th, second booster shot. And other people are saying, no, don't do that.
I got it, and I was fine.
Yeah,
it nearly killed me, Mark.
I'm tempted to get
What, the 3rd or the 4th one, bondage?
The 3rd one, I'm not eligible for the 4th one. I might be now, but I'm not going to take it now.
I got all 4 of them, and I'm fine.
Glad to hear you say that.
I got 3 of them, and
No, Doc, it nearly killed me.
I got was a little tired.
Killed them, damn near wrecked
a
them.
sore arm, and so it affects different people differently, I'm sure.
Holy
It's
shit.
the hardest on chiropractors.
Well,
Remember when we were talking about plastic, right? When plastic got, I don't know if it was his 3rd one or whatever, and he started having some problems. So basically it's like, you know what, if you have any problems, that's the time to stop.
I got the 4th one and my wiener got bigger. I recommend it, guys.
Crypto's going through the floor. What's going to happen there? It's going to be a lot of crypto misery.
I think Bear predicted that one. He predicted it perfectly.
I mean, who puts extensive funds in? Who puts a lot of fundage in crypto? I mean, most of us just play with it for shits and giggles. So who really cares what happens?
It's a Ponzi.
Hey. Is Hoff on Smash in the chat?
Not sure.
No, I don't think so.
You know, I haven't been looking at the comments. Why did I have that turned off? He certainly isn't showing up recent. He's there.
I need to talk to Hoff. Yeah.
Is he an expert on the crypto?
Maybe. That's fine. Yes, he is. Hoff is an expert on everything.
He's got that wonderful Audi car. Audi.
I had somebody come to me to drop a dog off today, and she ran a little late because she had to charge up her car. And when she got here, it was a really nice Tesla with the gold wing doors. It was just beautiful. The seats.
Oh yes.
I don't know which one that is, but gold wing doors, white, 2 seats in the back, but like they look like racing bucket seats, just like they were floating on air. Beautiful vehicle.
Not to talk about watches, because
what dog problems did she have?
She brought me a very sweet little puppy that they're going on vacation for a month, so I'll have to kind of.
Well, Mark, Archie asked me if I have dog problems, and I don't. Oh wait, we have a guest. Who's this?
Bondage. Hey, what about my ticket to Australia? Where's my ticket, man?
Hey.
Who is
Calm
this?
down now. Calm down.
Bondage,
You know who that is.
Ticket to Australia, man. Where
don't
is
get
it?
him excited.
Oh, is this Cam?
But don't get him excited, please.
This is the answer that I flipped after a day.
Don't do it, Bondage. Don't do it.
Wait, is this Cam, or is this a really bad fake real Donald Trump?
No, that's.
Where is? You promised me a trip to Australia, man. Don't let me go and call you racist, man.
No,
Sounds like Rain Man.
you can call me racist if you like, Kim, but we
Honest.
did speak to the pontiff about it, and the people have spoken. They don't want you in Australia, and it has nothing to do with your race. But so
What did it have? What it? I told you not to do that, Bondage. You went and got him excited.
I think the ER is a little tentative about having Cam in the same country as her, so that trumped all other considerations.
I think you're just jealous that she might think I'm a good catch.
Well, Cam, if you want to make a run
Doc,
at ER,
you're just a fake quack, man. Don't even talk to me.
All I can say is I can't help you. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Yeah, we need Ron the Shrink on to help with this.
Yeah, that might help.
He's crazier than the rest of us.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. We're all crazy.
Look. Did Rolex make a Scooby-Doo watch?
Oh, no. Here it comes.
You guys are oh, my God. Oh.
Were you on that stream, Bondage, when this happened?
Yeah, I wasn't on the live, but I did hear it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Because once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
You can't undo that. No, I agree. You can't undo it. Yeah.
So, don't you think that I bring something unique to the table?
No, I'm not staying in the same hotel as you, Cam.
Come on.
You don't even want to be anywhere near that keyboard.
You
don't want to be. You don't want to be near that Wi-Fi.
You promised me.
There's no telling what's happening with that.
You promised me, man. You promised me.
Yeah. Well, I think I promised Laura to Breitling and Mike the Snake a root beer. Well, no, Mike the Snake still hasn't married Blondie, so he can't have a root beer. But
I'll have a Pepsi, please.
I'm going to try to convince Mike to consider a classic or vintage root beer, because I think he can get that.
No, that's a great idea. Get a.
Well, he says now he's open to classic and vintage now.
No, well, I mean, do you know who else wore a root beer? I believe John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin wore a root beer. No, he wore a Bumblebee GMT. Sorry.
How about nipples, Doc?
What's that?
Love mine, but I've got a 1675 with those, and I've got a Submariner also. That's a nipple dial.
Nip slips.
So wait, Cam, you can still come to Australia, but isn't there like this train that goes through the middle of the outback, like literally in the middle of
Archie's
Australia?
not.
Yeah, the gun.
Yeah,
we
could leave Cam in the middle of the outback with a knife and a bottle of whiskey. And if he could make it back to civilization, he's proved his worth.
I believe that Archie's not allowed on the train anymore.
It's called the GAN because all the Afghani people that brought camels to Australia were on that railway. So that's racist.
Archie, where do you get the best bloomin' onion in all of Australia?
Are there even camels in Australia?
Yeah, they have them up in Darwin. That's where what's his name?
Mr.
With all this discussion about racist, Cam, I'm going to bet some of the material that you were looking at was questionable when you had that moment.
I want to know if Archie's been to Alice Springs.
No, I've been to Mount Isa, but I haven't been to Alice. It's very hot out there.
Archie, have you been to Wolf Creek?
No.
How about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? Have you seen it?
Have you been to Disneyland?
Snippets. No.
Archie, can I ask you a question? Are you watching porn? Are you watching Pornhub while you do this stream?
No, that's Cam.
Hey, that's my shtick, Bondage.
That's Cam. Uh-oh.
I gotta tell you, it's Yeah, I've been a bit of more of an ex-hamster fan, and a what was the other
Hamster.
I don't think you guys should
Hamster.
talk about this. I think it's having a bad influence on Cam, and it's probably getting him
Cam.
excited.
I didn't know there were so many
Hey,
cameras
dog,
in Australia.
I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions.
Cam, do you have Cam? I thought you had like a lady size OP, not an Air King.
Yeah, but then I gave that to some random girl I met in a bar.
In Coney Island?
She promised me a hookup for Mardi Gras, so I'm still
Chat.
waiting on that.
Super chat, super chat. Look at this. Orange Grove, $4 Canadian. Was IWC ever as hot as Panerai 20 years ago?
Yeah, it was.
No, no, no.
I doubt
no,
ever.
no.
Panerai was pretty hot.
I think Pam was the hot one.
I've never owned
IWC was popular, but it's. Do any of you guys like IWC?
ETA garbage.
You know what? What's funny is I don't hate IWC. Like, it's the one luxury watch brand, at least major luxury watch brand, I've never owned a piece. I've never owned an IWC.
They don't have any models that really speak to me.
Mike, you're absolutely right. That's always the problem, is they have nice watches, but there's always something else better than IWC for whatever example
for the
you want.
same price point.
Yeah.
There's 10 other watches that I would choose over, something in the similar like diver range or dress range or whatever. That just
I agree.
Nothing from IWC that really strikes me, and it's always been that way.
I think the Breitling there is nicer than IWC. I've said it.
Yeah, I did own a Breitling before an IWC.
Oh, the Super Ocean is great. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
What about the Top Gun?
The Top Gun's cool, but
yeah, it's cool, but that is a sharp looking watch.
Well, you know that IWC and Panerai both share the same movements from Richemont, and they don't. In their latest iterations, they don't. Yes, NATO, you're right. It is too big for me. That's one problem. But
do they really share the same movements?
They do. They do share the same Richemont
for
core movements. They don't tell you about that, but if you dig into it, it's true. And they don't.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I thought that that Panerai had started making their own movements.
Yeah, it's called Richemont.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I learned something.
The IWC Portuguese. This is probably their classic.
It's a classic, and that's the one I would get.
But they're expensive. That's not cheap.
They are. They're too expensive. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. For something like that, there's other watches like that look exactly the same.
Is this the one that Bear got in Burgundy?
Yeah. But Arch, go to the one with the metal bracelet. I will admit this. Their metal bracelet on that is amazing.
That is a beautiful looking watch. I really like the hands and the blued hands and the accents on that watch.
Yes, the metal bracelet.
That is a sharp watch.
Yeah.
I think his Burgundy dial is really nice.
Yeah.
No loom. Forget that. Get that away. No loom. Can't read it at night.
Yeah, loom.
No, I agree with the chat. I agree with the chat. If you have the wrist for it, the Big Pilot's the only IWC to get.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I have to agree.
Super chat.
Finchy, £2. Arch, please read an excerpt from Richard Sosa's latest. I'll get onto that. I'll have to find it, Finchy.
IWC, if you're a pilot,
I gotta say, I like those sort of applied numerals there. Very cool font they use. Look at it. Just
yeah, they do look sharp. Kind of raised. They kind of look like icing on a cake.
Exactly.
I don't know. If I were looking at that, I think I like my 765 more.
Oh, the Breitling 765?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Breitling more.
It's not even a comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you're talking about going Breguet, and I'd strongly suggest you consider going Breitling instead of Breguet.
Yeah,
really?
I would agree. Over the old Type 20s, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because, well, I guess Archie's considered getting a new Breguet again. He's already had one. He wants to get another one.
I really do like that Mercedes AMG Petronas Chrono. That one's pretty cool.
I need serious
Super
education in this watch range. These two companies, because I don't know anything about either really.
Dirk Diggler, $5. Mike and Bondage. Whose heart would last longer with Blondie?
Probably Bondages.
Might need a pre-procedure check.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
These are expensive. These are not cheap critters. The big one you want.
No, they're
I
not.
like the big Pilot. And
Yeah.
big money. Big money. I like this blue dial.
Don't you think in another year though you'll be able to get those secondhand for a pretty hefty discount?
Yeah, it's
It's why it's hard going. It's hard going IWC because for that money, there's other things you can do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous that they're the same price as most Rolex. The only difference is try and get the Rolex at retail.
Yeah, agreed.
No, that's the other thing is I've kind of I bought my bike and I kind of like gave up on the root beers.
How many watches do you need, Mike?
I have enough. That's where I kind of came to the conclusion was like, all right, I got enough. I'm good. I'm gonna get the bike. I don't need the root beer. Fuck trying to get Rolexes that I'm never gonna be able to get anymore. If I get another Rolex, it'll probably be a vintage or something, that's reasonable that I can actually afford. Or I may not even go Rolex. I may just keep the ones I have and search in other companies. There's so many other cool companies out there, and we just seem to be stuck on Rolex so fucking hard. And I'd love to see Rolex just fall out of fashion and all these other companies come into fashion and blow up and become,
never going to happen. But
I know it's never going to happen, but I'd love to see it happen. It would be
a very wise man once said, "It's got to hurt, fuckers. It's got to hurt. Gotta hurt.
It's gotta hurt.
Both of mine hurt, and they hurt even more every day as the
you know what though
but who cares? I'm keeping them. So
it's just not as impossible to form the Rolex relationship as most people seem to think. What happens is most people are impatient, they get frustrated, they get arrogant, and they quit really fast. And they say, "Oh, I'm not going to kiss ass for anybody." Well, when you're buying a watch that basically requires the AD to hand you a blank check and say, "Here, I'm going to sell you something for 10 that's worth 20, so just don't cash the blank check I'm handing you." That does put the AD in the driver's seat. But if you invest the time and effort to romance the AD, and I don't mean bribe them, I mean just call on them, exhibit your interest. Every day I get.
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys. I'll be back, Marky. Cover me, Marky.
Enjoy the toilet.
My problem is my AD is 2 hours away. I've gone and visited her, met her once, and I don't know what kind of impression I made on her, but
it doesn't matter. You went once. I mean that.
Yes, well, that's the problem. It's 2 hours away in San Francisco, and as often as I make it to the city,
and there's no way.
I'm not going to be able to form that. I'm not going to be able to form that relationship with my AD.
Well, I mean,
so,
you might want to take a look at a vintage root beer if you like root beer. You might want to do that.
Root beer is not my. It's not my like super favorite watch. It was the one that I kind of decided I wanted to go. I didn't have a gold watch of any kind, and I don't like yellow gold because it's just a little too.
Well, Mikey, I'm going to be in San Francisco in a few weeks. You want to? I can go talk to your AD.
I wouldn't be able to pull it off right now.
What do you mean you can't? If they offered you a
because he got the bike.
But just you know what, guys, listen.
With a phone call, I could have.
We have a super chat, I think. Mark.
Yeah, we do, but we'll have to wait for the. Listen, Mike's statement is the classic statement And the classic statement is, "Oh, I can't get one from the AD and I'm angry." And then you offer to hook him up with one at the AD and he goes, "I can't swing it right now." Now, nobody blames you, Mike, for not being able to swing it. You know, we all dedicate our money how we want.
There
But
was
what
a
I'm saying
period
is,
of time
most
where
of
I
the
could.
people that are bitching and moaning that they can't get into their AD don't have the money at the moment available to get into their AD anyway.
I would give you
There was a-
70% chance I could talk her into that root beer if you want it, Mike.
There was a long time where I had the money set aside, and I was able, and that's when I was on my quest, and I was making a little noise about it, and I don't shop or search for things unless I've got the money to get them, and so now I've backed off on my search because I decided to get the bike, and so I'm backing off on the search for the new root beer.
You know what?
Oh, I like your sin, Mark. Yeah.
Honestly, you don't have to spend a shit ton of money to enjoy a watch. Here's a Zin 105. I love this thing. It's under $2,000 and it's gorgeous and there's no wait list. I love that thing.
Yeah, Zin U1. Those are classics, and
you know what, guys? It really doesn't have to hurt. Here's the funny thing, though. I walk around wearing like an $1,700, $1,800 Zin, and I think to myself, it's cheap. I can beat it up. Whereas to a normal human being, $1,800 watch is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. There's something very wrong with us. But
a lot of money for these
Hey,
watches.
Archie. Hey, Archie, you have a super chat. You have a super chat.
Super chats. We got a super chat here from Timepiece Fund, $2. Bondage. Look at IW388 102 bracelet in-house movement. Oh, let's call that up. That's a.
These are these references are too complicated.
I know, that's like not a catchy name at all.
Yeah, they kind of. That's the problem here. It's a bit like the worst is Grand Seiko.
Oh yeah, you can't even follow.
SBBDGO4987.
Exactly.
0.8.
This is one of the pilot watches there. I'll just bring that up.
Is that an IWC model?
Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. Yeah. I love
nice
it.
watch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful chronograph. Yeah. It's a nice looking watch.
The bracelet is reminiscent of Jubilee.
You know what?
I like it on the strap.
Those IWC bracelets, though, are actually really nice for the money.
It's a nice looking watch, though.
Yeah, hey, we got Tim right here. What are you doing, Tim?
Timmy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Bondage,
Where
how's
you
it going? Hey,
Yeah,
I've been
Tim.
at the Blancpain event. It was like a gathering of about 90 people. We had some drinks, some hors d'oeuvres. I was invited. I was looking for leads, Arch.
Did they get my strap in, Timmy?
Strap on?
Yeah, I asked about that. They said they can't help you with it right now. I'm working on it, man. They don't. They lost the screwdriver. Apparently, there's only one. It's proprietary. Yeah.
I know. That was bad. We had to go to Bucharest to get that fixed. Yeah.
I know. I actually, you know what? It was very lucky that I went up and asked the guy at the Wimpy to try and change it. Otherwise, he would have flown back. He would have thought, yeah, I'll change it at home. No chance. Whew. How are you guys
Timmy,
doing?
are you going back home now? What are you doing, Timmy?
I'm going back home. I'm jumping on the train. I'm gonna get some dinner, something quick, and I'm jumping on the train to go back home. I advertise our show. I advertise the live stream.
Yeah, what time are you doing the live stream? In an hour?
An hour and a half, maybe an hour. Yeah, it takes me about an hour to get home.
No worries.
I'll set it up. I'll set it up so you can set up the link if you want to.
I'm probably going to do another half hour today.
Oh yeah, it's that bad?
It's been okay, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. We've had some savers there, but Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad. Tim, it's terrible.
Don't
Timmy,
lie. You don't have to lie
It's
to me.
bad, Tim.
You know,
It's
you
bad,
can be,
Tim.
Archie, you can be brutally honest with me.
It's
I'll tell
fucked,
you the
Tim.
thing
It's
here.
over. The game's over, Tim. The game's
stick
over.
The
Stick
stick
is up.
has
It's
been
up. It's up.
cracked.
It's up, Timmy. It's not working
Yeah.
anymore.
It's
I got paid
yeah.
money to promote Loudmouth's Tim channel for the next week.
That's that's great. All right, he's the
Yes.
future. I heard the Loudmouth Tim was an incredible wristwatch celebrity. He has a website, theloudmouthtim.com. Make sure you guys check it out.
He tries, you know, he just doesn't give up. That's what I love about him. He doesn't give up. It's
Yeah. If I looked like him, if I had the voice like him, I would have given up a long time ago. But he's an inspiration to us all.
He keeps going. You know, he keeps going.
It's just like it must be all the cocaine he does during the day.
He's got his Tesla. He just lives he's got a happy life. He's happy, you know.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the drugs.
Exactly.
Hey, we got Dirk Diggler.
Hello?
Hey. Yes. How's the
auto renewed
That-
and
is that a
$99.99 will be debit from your bank account. So enjoy your Amazon Prime services. If you wish to cancel the services, then speak to our cancellation department by pressing 1.
Yes.
Hi, this is a call
Cancellation.
from Amazon to inform you that today your Amazon Prime
Yes.
services will be auto renewed and $99.99 will be debit from your bank account. So enjoy your Amazon Prime services. If you wish to cancel the
Cancel
services,
it, all right.
then speak to our
Cancel it. You don't have the money
cancellation
to
department by
pay for
pressing
it.
1.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Hello?
So
Doesn't sound like
Tim,
Amazon.
Tim, Hoff
You
won't.
know you
Hoff
guys
won't
are
be able to
running
be
a
on.
scam, don't you?
Sorry.
I was gonna say Hoff is busy for a few days, so I want to call him out tonight.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, you gonna hop on?
No,
I
Hoff
love
can't-
these.
no.
Amazon Prime. Amazon
is busy
Prime.
for a few days.
Scammers. Timepiece Fund. We did that one there. Dirk Diggler. Mike, for new Rose Gold GMT, root beer GMT, will you let Mark Chili Dog you?
Is that the same
Yeah,
as
of
a
course
dirty
he would.
Sanchez? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
For a root beer GMT, would I let Mark Chili Dog me? Yes.
What is that? What does it
It's a
even
root
mean?
beer, rose gold root beer.
Well, I know what
GMT.
that is, but what does it mean to chili dog someone?
Hey, Timmy,
think-
you
I
haven't
think
done the
it's
link
just-
yet.
Oh, you
Timmy,
guys know what
I
chili dog
can't link to
means.
your
I think
channel
it's
link.
just,
Timmy.
the standard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna set it up when I leave the stream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it up. I still haven't set it up, Mark.
Yeah, no worries.
Have
It's
your
a
way
bad
with me.
day, Timmy. It's a bad day. At least you went
Oh.
to Blancpain. How did you get an invite to that?
Fellatio.
Instagram. We don't support Instagram. That's the guys that wanna have you on. You know the
Got
guys.
you.
Yeah, those are the guys. They hooked me up with. They invited me to promote their
Mike,
lifestyle.
Yes.
Timmy's starting to get out. So can we get an update on is it watch boxes or marble boxes? Everyone's asking for it.
Oh, okay. The boxes are not happening. Sod is the one that keeps dragging that one out. Sod ruined it for me, and it's not happening, and it's over. So we can put that one to bed. The marbles is just a new side hobby of mine. I found my grandfather's collection that he gave me.
Timmy, come on, man.
I've
Go
had
get some free
fun.
drinks in Bucharest.
I've had a lot of fun antiquing and finding vintage marbles and learning about the different companies and finding ones of value. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. And I've actually found a few very valuable ones.
Mikey,
that
I
one-
thought that the ceramic I thought that the watch box was going to incorporate the marbles. That's why I wanted to invest in some of the
Yeah,
marbles.
I think so too.
No. If the watch box gets made, it's going to incorporate a humidor section and it's for
SR
Wow.
Bell
I-
67 $2. Mark, explain to everyone what a reach around is.
A
Mark
reach around-
isn't doing that for $2.
Well,
He
hold
needs
on.
a
Yes,
lot
yes,
more.
yes, I am. That's what happens when Dirk Diggler and SR Bell get together. That's the definition of a reach around.
Mhm.
Well, Mike, I would definitely buy a Mike the Snake box. 100%.
I know I could if I made them I could sell them, and I've in
It's a
my
snake box.
antiquing I've come across a number of my whole shtick was the boxes were all gonna
Mikey,
be
you should have made the box, put the
antique
snake
boxes.
inside, and sent it to Saad. And when
Yeah,
Saad
Doc,
opens
what's
it
it-
up, there's a snake.
Poisonous snake
Well,
inside.
Is
Can-
this-
Go after his
that's
neck.
kinky.
Well,
They were
wait,
all
Timmy.
going to be bespoke antique boxes that the insides were going to be done up real nice, and the outsides were going to be, have a complete ancient patina on them. They weren't going to be, all made to perfection. They were going to be completely flawed and have scratches.
And you were going to
and
use the
marks
15th
on them.
century
So,
Chinese
wait,
tapestry,
Timmy.
correct?
Timmy, Archie, hold on. Wait, we're going to
Yep.
continue this box conversation, but I know you're getting into Subway soon, so I have to ask a question because Hoff, because you guys know Hoff's in the industry, right? Correct?
Up on
He's in the-
Smash, the man, the
Yep.
myth, the audio legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was in the hospital last month, one of my employees brought me this magazine on whiskey, which was very American whiskey magazine. There's a whole magazine devoted to it. This is beautiful. And I was reading it, and there's this 80s ladies hair band called Vixen. They've had like several iterations of singers, and you can see like I've torn this out. It's sticky, like it's got lots of use, exactly.
Nice.
So yeah, so there's their lead guitarist named Britt Lightning. So I asked Hoff to hook me up to meet Britt Lightning because he knows her management. And here's what's even more fortuitous, Archie. You know what?
Yes.
Guess who's playing in Las Vegas when we're there?
Who?
Vixen. Yeah, come on.
You're
Look at
joking.
that. Come on, yeah.
Oh my God. Holy.
So Britt
Holy
Lightning,
shit.
if you're watching, because Britt Lightning could be Britt, if you're watching the show, we want backstage access. We'd love to see your show in Vegas. Yeah, so.
How would you compare Britt Lightning to Britt Pierce, Bond? Just real quick.
Oh, that's not even a comparison. I don't care if Britt Lightning will ruin my life too. I'll take Britt Lightning.
Yes. I'll do anything for Britt Lightning. Come back. We need the link for Britt Lightning, guys. By the way, the only flaw with Britt Lightning, the Wizard probably banged her in the 60s or something.
No. She's like she's a new replacement. She was born in the 80s.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, interesting.
All right, never mind. Hey, I tried to generate super chats. I failed. I'm not good at this YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. So.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Bond,
As long as you tried, that's all that
not for
matters.
everyone. Yeah, you can only try your best. Every day, you turn it on, you try your best. And if it doesn't work, you try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Archie?
She likes whiskey and she likes whiskey and hair music. What more do you need?
Wow.
I mean, this is
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I would love to get home. Is she wearing any kind of watch there that we can use to get home?
I don't think she cares about watches, but anyway, she's going to be in Vegas when we're there, Archie. So.
Hey,
Amazing.
that sounds great.
Archie,
Round
wanna go
shovel,
see Britt Lightning?
$2. Mike, did your grandfather lose his marbles?
He did when he gave them to me. Yeah. Yeah. But he held on to his mental capacity till the day he died.
Oh man,
My grandfather was a great man. He was a ship captain in the
the
Navy.
trolls are so nasty.
They very
What
are
does
nasty.
shipping have to do anything with marbles?
They're nasty and vicious.
Make any sense?
You're at Grand Central Station now, aren't you, Tim? What station's that?
No. This is Times Square. This is the Times Square
Oh,
station.
Times
all right?
Square.
Yeah. This is by the way, they always have some kind of a mini concert. They've named Britt Lightning, but they always got some kind of thing going on here. You want to see it? You want to see a show for 2 seconds? second. Damn it. Second. You can hear the music, right?
What's going on?
Times Square.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
In Grand Central Station, do they still have those areas where people play music and do their
You're seeing it right now, Mike.
Oh, okay. Because there's a guy named
Look
Michael
at the monitor,
Schumann.
Mike. Look at the
There's a
screen.
guy named Michael Schumann that plays this electric violin that's just amazing, and he plays down there, or used to play down there years ago. And there's a number of other great musicians that played down there. And they used to just let them set up and do their thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mike. I'm sorry.
All right, I need another drink to watch this.
Me too. Pour me one as well, Rodney. Pour me a drink, please.
I will.
Tough day, guys. Tough day.
Tough day?
I had a guy yell at me, and then Cam called me. Cam called me. He has to sell his backpack, his elite backpack. He has to sell it. He can't keep it. By the way, Art, the secondary market for LV backpacks and Kelly's have collapsed. We saw a Kelly brand new for $8,500.
Jesus.
Yeah, boxing papers, everything. All right, it's a brand new Kelly. Can you believe it? How much? It was brown.
And what size?
28.
That's a very desirable size.
Yeah, that's the best of the best of the best.
That's what she said.
Jesus
She did
Christ.
say that. Yeah. Surprised, right?
Who rang you to sell that? Who rang you to sell? Who rang you?
The Cam, that delusional fantasy.
Oh, what was he
Cam.
trying to sell?
He was trying to get back on the show. He was begging me to get back on the show. He wants to get back on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I told him there's nothing we could do.
Yeah, because CB kind of, he's sort of, how it is. Ooh, who's this?
Yeah. I don't know. The pictures. Yeah. It's cute. Very cute, right?
Yeah, very cute.
Yeah, I hope nobody pushes Tim onto the platform.
Don't touch the third rail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The third rail.
You know what the third rail on this show is messing with Archie's super chats. That's the third rail of this show.
Hey, that's my friend. By the way, you own this.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't you think there should be like a little dog in that basket?
Hey, Arch, I'm going to send up the after show.
Hey, no worries, Timmy. Have fun.
Yeah. We're gonna, one day at a time, Arch, to make sure to do the show every day. Don't give up. No matter how bad it gets. Okay?
Nice Explorer.
Explorer. I'm a polar.
Timmy, I'm a spotter. I'm going to make sure someone meets you at your station.
42 millimeter. No jingly jangly clasp there.
There you go, guys. That's Timmy. Timmy's having a lot of fun on the subway there. I like those orange seats. Very, very, very. See, if you wait long enough, eventually they do come back into fashion, guys.
Well, the whole point of an orange seat is that you can spot it very easily if a homeless guy poops on the seat before you sit down. That's why they're orange.
You're joking.
Never.
Who told you this?
I mean, have you ever lived in New York? Because I have.
I see. Is that the truth?
Well, it'll happen from time to time. Yes, indeedy.
Jeez. See, I don't know. Why are subway seats orange?
It shows fecal. It shows fecal matter very easily. And not only that, but according to Doxa, it is the color which shows up most clearly underwater.
Because it's cheap. It's cheap and nasty, and they can get away with putting it on there.
And is it vinyl?
Probably.
Oh my God, it is. It is vinyl, cheap and nasty.
It's cheap and nasty in vinyl. That's why.
Definitely vinyl.
We replaced them with vibrant reds and oranges.
And Tiffany blue.
I don't know. Would I rather ride the L in Chicago or the subway in New York? I know that's a tough call.
The L in Chicago is all right as long as you avoid the red line. You know, that's the kind of the dirtiest line of them all. But I'm in Chicago right now, or I should say the burbs anyway.
I haven't been on a New York subway since the 90s, I think it was, when I was in school. And
come on, Doc.
No, I don't like New York. I mean, I've been there a few times, but I didn't get on the subway. But when I was on the subway in the 90s, I think it was like 1998, 1999. And I'm sitting there waiting for the train to arrive. And the largest roach that I'd seen comes walking out. And it's bright light and everything. And I always thought those things avoid the light, but I guess not in New York. Not in New York. Not in New York. It just walked out, hung out for a little bit, walked back somewhere else. It's like, oh boy.
Oh man, Archie, we can't wait to show you New York.
Archie, speaking of showing you something, would you just make me big for a quick moment?
Of course. Anything for you.
Oh no. The Clivers.
I don't know what's going to happen, but you know,
yeah, we don't know.
I wish I may. I wish I might. I wish upon a star so bright. I summon the rancher.
We'll see if that still works.
For some Minotaur wrangling.
Giorgio the chef, $5. Bondage, no Doxa slander on this show.
Well, you know, Giorgio, I was supposed to get drunk last night and buy a Doxa, and I didn't. So should I do that tonight?
I like the orange Doxa.
Do you like the orange, Doc, or how do you feel about the trendy turquoise one?
I have that.
The orange one is to go with the New York subway seats.
I have them both, bondage and discipline. I have.
Do you have the 300, Mark?
I have the 300 in orange, and then I have the 200 in turquoise.
You know who is a fan of the blue Doxa was our good friend Blue Shirt.
Well,
he had the blue Doxa. Did he have the turquoise or the dark?
Pretty sure he had the blue one.
He had orange. Orange. He and I had the same orange.
He had the orange?
Yes, absolutely.
I heard the bracelet's kind of crappy though. Is that
the bracelet's good on the 300? It's like okay on the 200. Who do we have here?
The rancher.
Bondage and discipline.
Clivers, how are you, sir?
Great. He just likes saying that.
No, I've never. Unfortunately, I've never known either one in my life. Bondage nor discipline.
Well, that's clearly you've never known discipline, Clisey.
Obviously.
Now, Archie, why does Archie disappear the second you get here? What's up with that? He literally has gone to. Oh, there you are. All right, good. I was a little worried that he went off to like take a plop in the living room.
Is he disappearing like
I'll buy a Doxa right now with Clive, Mark, and Archie's blessing in a super chat.
I really like him. I like
Doxa.
I have two.
Although I'm going to go with the 300. I think the 300T doesn't make sense to me.
Well, wait, which one do you want?
Don't make sense.
Well, the 300 is weird. The 300T is the Conquistador, and it has the helium valve. The helium.
Don't get that one.
But the 300 is a little tiny bit smaller, and it actually costs certified.
Yeah, that's the one you want. It's a 300 sub. Mine is like it's an ETA, but it's like stupidly accurate. Mine's like
yeah.
Plus,
get it on the beads of rice. You'll appreciate that more.
Yeah, wait,
you say that about every
you guys
watch,
to bring it up and pick the color for me.
They're beads of rice.
Orange is the one to get with Doxa, but I do like some of the other colors, to be honest.
I agree. The orange is the classic one. You start there.
Okay.
What does Archie say?
He's taking a shit. He's probably gone.
Hey.
So Archie,
all
do you think you
good.
should
No.
take the get the Doxa or not?
Hey, get it. It's cheap. You like it, get it. You like it, you said
keep it
you wanted
nasty.
it, get it.
Which color though, Arch? Which color?
Orange.
I like the orange. The orange is just classic. You know, classic.
It's a good summer color.
Classic.
Although that teal or that turquoise, it's very nice, but I think the one to get there is the 200 because it's only $900. So it's
Okay. Okay. So get the orange 300.
That's the classic one. Very easy to get rid of because that's the one that's the iconic one. That's the Dirk Diggler of Doxa watches.
100%. I had a very good fan of mine yesterday. I'll just tell you, I'm going to end the show soon because I had a very good fan who got me a big bucket of chicken. But I don't eat a lot of chicken. I had a little bit, but I'm actually going to drop some off to my son. I'm going to drop some off to my son soon.
Will you wear the bucket as a hat?
They ran out of buckets. They
Chat.
had 2 boxes in there.
Keeps Archie lazy and fat.
Joe Money, $2. Doxa not as good as U-Boat.
I don't know that one either.
Super chat.
Depends on the aesthetic.
Chat,
U-Boat
Run the
has that
Shrink,
specific.
$10. Bondage is the coolest FICA in the watch community. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ron. Yeah.
Hey, Archie.
I can't say I agree with you.
It has cooled off enough. I think it's time for me to hop on my bad motor scooter and ride.
Hey, man, you go and enjoy yourself. I love it, man. You go and enjoy yourself, man. That's good news.
I'm gonna bid all you fellows adieu.
Hey, that's cool, man. We love you.
Have a great night. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
No problemo.
Right
see you
easy.
later. Have a great
Right
night.
easy.
Have fun, man. Be safe. Stay safe. Stay safe.
That's some good therapy riding out there.
He loves his bike. That's good, don't you think? He loves his bike.
I'm not a fan too much of getting out on bikes in general, but as long as he's out on isolated roads, he's probably okay.
That's why instead you should drive convertibles.
I think cars are still a lot safer than bikes.
Oh yeah,
of course, but
and hardtops are more safe than convertibles.
Yeah. That's why bikes are fun.
Why convertibles are fun.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
You know, I feel honored. I mean, I really do. I feel honored. I've never been on with the Rancher and Mark. This is old school right now.
That's exactly right. Yes, it is.
This is old school right now.
This is some OG stuff. If only Clyde would give us the benefit of the Clive stream.
No, actually, I'm trying not to. I can't really drink that many liquids this quickly before bed.
All right,
it'll keep me up all night. No.
I suspect if you were to do that, Bear would be coming on to tell you to stop.
Listen.
Well,
If somebody,
actually, what happened is that last night Bear was telling Archie, it says, "Swear to God, if you leave this channel to go up and take a dump or whatever, I'm getting off this immediately." So I'd been out there so I started actually just holding the laptop up to the sink and just recording running water noises.
He might be gone right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, Clivers, Mark, I remember when I first started watching Archie and you guys were on, and I was saving up my pennies for a Hulk, and you could still buy a Hulk at retail then because no one wanted them.
I did. I got one.
Yep.
I'm just going to go and check on the chicken. I'm cooking the chicken because what I'm going to do is see someone gave me a nice bucket of chicken. That was what's his name? You know what's his name? Thomas
Chicken
G.
nuggets.
Thomas G. No, we got a big lot of chicken, and I'm going to drop some over to my son soon because I don't want it to go to waste. You know what I'm like, Bondage, with waste. I don't like waste.
No, you don't like waste. I know that. Yeah.
Drop AC3 off at my AC4 at my house. There will be no waste product whatsoever.
Exactly. So, but just hang on. I'm just going to go and check on it. I'll be back. Back.
Off we go.
It's all that work and waste management. You can't handle waste.
Put it in a bag on the front step, light it on fire, ring the doorbell, and run away.
Well, as he would tell us, a waste is a terrible thing to mind.
So Mark, like I have a pointer and she does kind of pull a little bit. How would you recommend?
Well, what kind of English, German, short?
German short hair.
Well, train your dog.
That'll be $500.
Well, no, it's $500 if I show you how to train your dog. Otherwise, I wrote a book. The art.
Oh, I know, and I've read your book. Yeah.
Oh, well, nice. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But I think you probably read Let Dogs Be Dogs, which talks about psychology. The art of training your dog is the one that tells you how to get her to quit pulling, to be honest.
Okay. All right.
What's everyone bagging on Mike for all of a sudden?
That's a pretty regular thing. That's
They
part of the
want
reason
the boxes. We want the boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where you been there, Clydesy?
Watching quality content.
So in other words, AKA not on this channel.
Well, actually, like I said, there's this channel called the Drain and Blockers, and sometimes when they run the jetter through, and then just the never-ending stream of human sewage comes through, it's almost like being here.
I have a question for you, Bondage. How many watches do you have in your collection?
Oh, that's a good question.
I have 16.
Huh.
Interesting. I thought it was something like, a dozen or so, because the question would be, how often do you think you're realistically going to wear this Doxa?
You know what? I actually like watches like that quite a bit because number one, I don't feel the need to flex. And number two, I don't want to get robbed. So when I visit Timmy, as you see, I don't like wear my Daytona around, Coney Island like he does.
Smart man.
Yeah, exactly.
Doc, it's not about wearing them. As Archie would say, it's about hoarding them and enjoying them.
Possessing them.
Yeah,
It's
licking them, sniffing them, just like playing with them like they were your G.I. Joes. You don't have to take them out of the house, really. Yeah. I don't wear a Rolex anywhere anymore. It's not safe.
But Doc, it's a fair question, especially since I have the Super Ocean that I bought. So it's a fair question. Yeah.
I guess that's what I was kind of thinking, because the Doxa is sort of a cheap and nasty version of the Super Ocean, if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that style to it. And so are you really going to wear it if you can say, let me put my Super Ocean on instead?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Now, but of course, the difference, and I almost bought one, the difference is that orange is so different from everything else.
Agreed.
That that can make it work.
And as much as I love my Breitling, Jacques Cousteau didn't wear a Breitling Super Ocean. So.
Oh, you're saying he wore a Doxa?
Sort of. Yeah.
Jacques Cousteau.
He had a Doxa. He had a sub.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yep. What else did he have? He had a Doxa, a sub, and a 50 fathoms. He had a 50 fathoms.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
I was at the AD a couple of weeks ago. Those are huge.
Yeah, it's like wearing a saucer on your wrist. I didn't like it either, Doc.
Yeah, it's just I was surprised that the Sky Dweller does not wear big.
It does.
I can easily, but that 50 fathoms, boy, that's huge.
Where's like
much too big for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I will be looking at trying to pick up a Sky Dweller one of these days.
Don't you have a super chat? Yeah. Are you politicking for me to get you a Sky Dweller too, Doc?
I wasn't, but that's a great idea. I hadn't even thought about that actually, but that's a fantastic idea.
So,
well, it's interesting. I tried it on at the AD. They had one with a movement, but they said it's not for sale. But they basically
nonsense that they're doing.
But they basically say if you come back enough, you might be able to pick one up.
Because eventually, here's what happens: they're given those watches by their Rolex rep. They're told to make them exhibition only, but then periodically the rep tells them which one they can release, and then they do. So eventually,
I see.
I tried on the blue steel Sky Dweller on a Jubilee bracelet at an AD in that same exhibition only scenario, and I liked it quite a lot.
You know, I don't know. I tried on 2 different ADs. I tried on a blue and I tried on a black. So I
They're
don't
both
know
good.
which one.
They're both good.
Yeah, it's a complete
Blue
toss
and
up.
black. You tried both on.
Sky Dweller.
I stupidly sold my Sky Dweller. You know, never sell Rolex. Blue Shirt Buddha said. I didn't listen to him in time, but I've taken it to heart now. That's for sure.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Missed a super chat.
Oh, we missed a
We
super
didn't
chat.
miss it.
We
It's not our
missed
channel.
super chats. Here we go. Timely behavior, $3. Wristwatch check. I'm wearing the Sky Dweller forever. It's not coming off. It's welded on. I've welded it on.
Till next time. Till you sell it.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, no. This was from Bondage. This came from, hey, you can ask Bondage any question.
No.
This is the gentleman who gave me this most amazing gift of my lifetime.
It's a beautiful thing, but sooner or later, you know, you're going to want that $25,000 super chat.
No. I'm getting too old to do that, you know. We're on the shrink. Bondage
Yeah, we
is the
love that
coolest
super chat.
biker in the community. We
Boy,
know
he
that.
must really feel this because he's done it again. Same super chats before. He increased the price.
Dirk Diggler, $2. Arch, you should move your studio in the bathroom. I was just getting the chicken ready. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this chicken off to my son because I don't like waste.
Please give him my regards.
Yeah, I don't like waste. You know what? I can't really eat heaps of that fried chicken, or else I'll be twice the size of
Since
each.
when? What happened?
What?
Well, when
That's
you
why the
come to
dig-
America, we're going to do a KFC taste-off, Arch.
That's why the
Yeah, we-
Diggler's
little bit-
suggesting
in
a move.
moderation is okay. In moderation, it's okay. But if you continually consume that stuff,
Listen, the old school subscribers remember you eating an entire bucket of chicken, like one.
that's when I was younger, man. I look at the price. I've paid the price. I've paid the price.
Clivers, what do you think of Brit Lightning? I mean, she's pretty hot, right?
Holy
Who?
shit, man, go for it.
Yeah, what do you
Absolutely.
Is that
Yeah.
what you want? They're going to
Who's
be
that?
nasty, but she's going to be expensive. You know this Bondage.
Yeah, well, you know, but
Why not?
Who is it?
Yeah, she's the guitarist for this 80s. They've recycled a lot of members because she was born in the 80s. But yeah, so how do you think she's hot, huh?
Born in the
What
80s.
group?
Too old
What's
for
that?
me. What are you, crazy? Born in the 80s.
What group?
I don't even want watches that were born in the 80s, let alone lovers.
I don't think the super chat about the wristwatch check got all of its money's worth because we didn't go around getting everybody
What's
else's watch.
Bondage wearing? What are you wearing there?
Exactly.
I'm wearing my Ulysse Nardine marine chronograph. Yep.
Nice.
There you go.
What are you wearing, Clive?
I'm wearing my Omega.
Which Omega?
We haven't seen Clive. People are asking me, why don't we get to see Clive on the screen? Why don't you like to show you on your screen, Clive?
No point of it.
Okay.
No point of it. I
And
think
Dog
people
Trainer, what are you wearing?
Which Omega are you wearing, Clive?
That is the Chronostop Seamaster, the 145.008. So it's got the Omega 86, the legendary Omega 861 movement, like any Chronostop. It's got a mono pusher at 8, but you'll notice between the mono pusher at 8, and then they also have the secondary crown for the internal diving bezel at 10. So you kind of get the ArchieLuxury effect between the mono
I
pusher.
love the chrono stop. You know, if you couldn't afford a full chronograph, you got the chrono stop.
But this is a Chronostop Seamaster. So it's a half-ass chronograph and it's a half-ass diver. Omega cleverly decided to meet all your half-ass needs with one half-ass watch.
The Seaman Master. I'm wearing a Zen 105 Polar with the day and the date stacked at 6 o'clock.
Give us a look.
42
Give us a
millimeter.
look, Marky.
It almost has kind of a Ploprof case.
Yeah, he has the
Beautiful.
sin
Look
on.
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's actually beautiful. Look, I like that. And it's the
I like
white
it.
and the black. That brings back memories of that Viking. That brings back memories of that Super Ocean Heritage that I listened to you, Clive, and sold.
By the
for
way,
the
you really fucked up when you sold that. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
Oh, Clyde, that was
Damn, that was a beautiful watch.
that was the dirtiest dig of them all. Clyde, you know,
You
we
can't
should
keep
be.
everything. You can't keep everything.
No, you know what? When Archie told us to buy the Polar Explorer 40 millimeter version, I bought one for like $3,000. Sold it for $4,000, and now they're like $8,000.
Hey, you get that. Hey, you notice Bear's saying some of the Rolex sports are coming down. They're not instant buys. Did
Good.
you?
That's good. I'm glad to hear
That is good.
we can
That's
buy
good.
more.
Might be able to get my hands
Bluesy.
on one.
Bear said the bluesy. Don't buy a bluesy. Bear said don't do it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. That's what Bear said.
You know
I already
what?
got my bluesy, thankfully.
I recently bought from a secondhand, bought it right from the collector, an OP41 in the Stella Dial green. Okay. Those are all over the internet for like 15, 16, maybe even $17,000. And I paid $10,500. So these are just buying opportunities we're having right now.
Oh, nobody asked, but I'm wearing my rancher sourced purple bluesied.
Nice.
Nice stock. Nice.
And I like it. I like vintage, of course, but
no, that's solid. I'm glad it's not the purple, Monaco.
The Salita movement. Remember when the Pontiff sported the Salita movement?
I love that Salita movement.
That
You
was
know
a
that?
great
I loved
watch.
it.
You know,
My God,
I
that was a
tried
good
that
watch.
one on too. That is deceptively huge.
It's
I
pretty
think
big.
because it's also it's big and it's perfectly flat.
It's very big.
So unless you have a flat wrist, it's
I-
not going to sit right.
I do, but if you have a round wrist, it's going to rock and roll all over.
Oh yeah.
It's going to rock and it's going to roll over the edges because it's so big. It's quite incredibly big.
And it's got
Really?
those sharp square edges. I mean, it's impressive, but it's not the kind of watch that sort of
Pontiff.
melts onto the wrist.
Yes.
Before I leave you, sir, can I just get validation? If I'm going to buy the Doxa 300, do I get orange or do I get the blue?
Orange.
Let me just call it up. Let me call it up.
Orange. Oh, yeah,
Let's
That's a
call it up.
perfect idea. Pull it up and we
Let's
get to look at
get
both
it
of
up.
them.
Get it up.
I
Get
mean,
it up,
honestly, the
baby.
blue is
Get it up.
gorgeous.
Timmy, pull it up. Oops, Timmy's not here. Okay.
The orange.
The
The orange.
Doxa,
Pull it up, Archie. Pull it
Doxa.
up.
300. Orange. Let's call it up.
Even Google says get the orange.
Oh, look at that.
The
Look,
orange
you
is
put it on the bracelet.
You know, Blue Shirt had one of these. Blue Shirt Buddha
Yeah,
had one
he
of
did.
these. So there's the orange, and what's
Yes,
the
he
other
did.
choice?
How could I think he had a blue when he had an orange?
Well, you
It's
should
just
go on
whether
the
to get the
Doxa-
orange or the
You
blue.
should go on the Doxa website so you can see all the options.
There it is. You just pass
It's
it.
the
There it is.
blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, but the orange is the.
Are you getting it on the? You get it
Tiffany
on
blue.
the bracelet, don't
Tiffany
you?
blue.
Bracelet and I'll get a bracelet and a rubber strap. Yeah.
You get it on the bracelet, and the bracelet it has an adjustable on-the-fly ratcheting clasp system.
Look,
So,
I got to tell you, I think you'd have to go for that orange.
right?
Absolutely.
You got to go for the orange. There's no
Because you don't have
question
any
about
other
it.
orange watch in your
Orange.
collection. That's
Yeah,
the only
orange is
orange
right.
watch you're
Cool.
going to have in your collection.
Everybody.
Orange is cool. How could you turn down the chance to wear
Ooh,
orange?
someone said Blue Shirt had the Caribbean blue. Which one is that?
That's what I thought. I thought he had the blue one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought he
Someone
had
said
the blue
Blue
one.
Shirt had the Caribbean blue. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, he
yeah.
had the blue one.
And
Yeah.
Don't
Tom-
make me look back
Tom
at
said
all my
he had the
pictures.
But-
Caribbean blue.
But Mark has the orange, and I'd go orange. I think
I'd
it's
go
the only
orange. I'd go
orange you're going to
orange.
have
Go
in your
orange.
collection. It's going to
Go
just
orange or go home. There you go.
I bought the
Go
blue,
orange.
but I bought the blue in the sub 200, and it's an inferior watch. The 300 is a far better watch. The 200's okay, but it's not the
Well, you know,
same.
the 300 is at least 1/3 better.
Well, it has a deeper depth rating. It has a more iconic case shape. Its lume lasts longer. Its bezel action is better. It has the classic decompression table on the bezel, whereas the 200 doesn't. 200 is a nice watch for $900. That 200 is very nice. But the classic Doxa, the one, the only, as the Submariner is to Rolex, the Doxa sub is to Doxa in orange.
Gotcha. All right. No, fair enough. Hey, at the Timepiece Fund, I paid for nose jobs before. So
Nice.
Exactly.
I don't know what that's
There we
about,
go,
but that's
guys.
interesting.
just
Guys,
leave
it's great having. This has been a good show. We had look. It was a tough. It was like an aeroplane. We got off the ground. got off the ground. And
once you got
we had-
airborne and missed the trees, you're okay.
yeah, it was a good chat. We had Mike, the snake. We had some good chats there.
Well, thanks for
Yeah.
having me on. I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, you're welcome anytime you like. Anytime you like. We're gonna have a great. When are you coming? When are you coming to Oz? What's the dates? Have you got the
The
dates?
same dates, no, the same dates that Timmy gave you. Like
Okay,
August
cool.
21st, I think we're landing.
Yeah, beautiful.
London,
This
don't
is
let
gonna-
him slip your noodle.
I won't. I'll try.
The
gonna
rancher
be
and I are going
fantastic.
to Brisbane the moment you take off. That's when we're buying our tickets.
Marky.
Well, I don't know. Clyde had some idea about painting your driveway. I don't know what that's all
I
about.
mean, listen,
Yeah.
Arch. The only thing that we need to see the studio, and
Yes.
we need to eat at the Vietnamese restaurant.
Yes.
That's where
yes.
you'll get your noodles slurped.
Yes,
Not
yes. I got a few things lined up for you. Got my dad's mansion tour as
Oh,
well.
and your dad's house, absolutely.
mansion
Yeah.
tour. Yeah.
Can I give you a
It's
list
gonna-
of questions to present to his dad?
Yes.
No, you can't, Clivers. Clivers, he's
I have
just
so many
nasty. You're
questions.
just nasty.
So many questions.
We're going to wait till we're off air before we talk about.
No,
what
I
he's
mean,
gonna paint.
I think that Papa Pluto might like talking to me. I'm a finance guy, like
Super
Archie's
Jeff.
father,
There
and
we go. I miss old Archie. You were so funny. Comb over $5. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I got to go and deliver this chicken. I want to thank
All
you
right.
guys for coming on today.
yeah, thank
And
you.
we'll be back
Boys and girls.
tomorrow, guys. We'll be back
Mm,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, guys.
Have a good one.
mm,
Good
mm.
night, everybody.
Don't forget to thumb up on the way out, fellas.
Yeah. Good to have you guys. Good to have you guys.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and
I'm starting to like this little intro. It's kind of nice and retro.
I'm glad you came on, Clivers, because this thing was sinking, man. We're sinking fast. People aren't into watches anymore. All the hypesters have gone. The hypesters have gone. You understand?
Oh yeah, I was about to talk about. I was noticing that it looks like Marco is now back on Dallas Craigslist checking watches.
Dallas Craigslist.
He's probably never was gone.
Believe it or not, you could tell they kind of let it lapse a little bit because they put their emphasis in other markets, I think.